Hi, in this video I will explain how my algorithm for creating piano music works. If you want to understand all the code from this video, I recommend watching my previous two videos. Nonetheless, I'll try to recap all the key points from those videos. Additionally, you can listen to the full versions of two examples at the very end of this video. Without further ado, let's dive into the code. First, a small reminder: a minor music generator is a class that uses basic music theory to create some simple arrays. First, correct notes is a list of notes that sound well together. Also, we have two similar attributes: minor chords and additional chords, which are basically the suitable chords for the least correct notes. However, in this video, I'm not gonna use chords for the left hand as I did in the last video. Instead, I have created simple bass lines. This attribute contains three sequences of notes that go from the lowest sound to the highest, and then back to the lowest. That's all you need to know about this class, so let's look at the generator itself. A quick recap of how it works. Here I have a function called add1interval, which generates notes for the right and left hands. Then I simply call this function many times to create a long song. Here I create an instance of a minor music generator. A scale is a number from 59 to 70 to initialize this class, and stream is an object that will contain all our notes. Each interval is equal to 4 units of time in my notation, so you can play, let's say, 4 notes with a duration of 1 or 2 notes with a duration of 2, etc. But here, I found a really cool trick. Instead of adding notes with a total duration of 4, I will use more time space, which will result in overlapping. It means that when, let's say, the first interval isn't finished, the second one will start playing. For example, I have 8 notes with a duration of 1, totaling 8 units of time instead of 4. And volumes is an array that contains volume values for each note in the left-hand sequence. The code for the add1interval function is almost the same as it was in the last video, but I have made a couple of interesting discoveries. Firstly, quarter length represents the duration of the sound, but instead of using the duration from the list, as I did in the last video, I am now adding an extra value. This creates an effect where one sound isn't finished, but the next one is already playing, resulting in a more comprehensive sound. Secondly, I am adding randomness to play with the rhythm, especially for the left hand, where it is very noticeable. Basically, I remove a note from the sequence when some random event happens, and I do the same for the right hand. The final step is to call this function multiple times to create many intervals. You can do it in various ways. First, specify a shift for the right and left hands. If the shift is a negative number, it makes a low sound. If it is positive, the sound will be high. The velocity determines the loudness of the interval. In summary, you can change anything here to create a new sound. You can change note duration, number of notes, you can change volumes, you can play with the randomness. You have the flexibility to adjust however you like. You can add not just one note for the right hand, but a whole list of notes simultaneously. Make it louder, higher, whatever you prefer. In the next two videos, I will be using a recurrent neural network to generate piano music. Do not miss this, subscribe to my channel. Now let's listen to a couple of results generated by this algorithm.